Hi folks, I'm Martin from Fresh and Nutritious, and today I'm making a two-stranded plated loaf. I'd not say it's a typical Swiss dish, but it's very popular here, and I'd say most of the people eat it for breakfast on Sunday mornings. It's not that difficult to make yourself, but it's a yeast dough, and there are a few things you need to know when working with yeast. But I'm going to show you the ingredients first. We're going to need 360 grams of flour, 40 grams of sugar, 20 grams or half a cube of fresh yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 egg, 75 grams of butter at room temperature, and 150 milliliters or 2/3 of a cup of milk. In a small bowl, we're going to mix the sugar and the yeast. We're going to crumble the yeast into small pieces. And then mix well. And set it aside for a while and let the yeast dissolve. We're then going to separate the egg. Squash the egg yolk. And save a little bit of the egg yolk for coating. After a few minutes, the yeast is liquefied and we can start mixing our ingredients. First, we're going to put the flour into the bowl. And then the salt. We're going to give this a quick mix because the salt shouldn't directly touch the yeast because the hyperosmotic environment will kill the yeast cells and we don't want that. After mixing it up, we can add the rest of our ingredients. First, the yeast, the egg, the butter, and the milk. Of course, you can do this by hand as well, then it takes a little bit longer for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna let the machine knead the dough for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the dough should have a fluffy consistency, a smooth surface, and should not stick to the bowl anymore. I'm gonna cover this with a towel and let it rest for at least 2 hours and let the yeast grow. The longer you let it rest, the fluffier your loaf will get in the end, so 4 hours would be even better. So it's been about 3.5 hours and I'm gonna take out the dough of the bowl. It should have at least doubled in size and I'm gonna split it in two. I'm gonna make a 2-stranded loaf. You can do a 3, 4, 5, 6 or even 10-stranded loaf, but 2 is quite easy. So I'm gonna form 2 strands that are about equal in length and in thickness. They should have a diameter of about 3 centimeters, like that. Then I'm gonna lay down one strand horizontally and the other one vertically on top. Then I'm gonna take the ends of the horizontal strand and interchange them. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the top strand and the down strand. I'm gonna take the top one and take it down, and the down one and take it up. And then we will just go on like this. The horizontal first, and then the vertical. The horizontal first, and then the vertical. And like this we will go on until we run out of dough. And in the end you just want to plug the ends under, so you will get a nice plated end as well. Now the trick with yeast dough is to let it rest long enough. So I'm gonna put it on a tray and cover it again with the towel and let it rest for another 30 minutes. We're gonna preheat the oven to 190 Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit. So after 30 minutes, you can see that the dough has grown again, and I'm gonna cover it with the egg yolk that we've saved before, so it's gonna have a nice color in the end. Then we're gonna put it in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. Then I'm gonna put the loaf down on a cooling racket and let it cool completely. I hope you will give this recipe a try, and please subscribe to my channel for more fresh and nutritious ideas.